everyone, thanks so much for joining. If you're new to the channel, I'm Sarah. The other half of Adults in Disney is Jeff, and we just made it into Magic Kingdom. Tonight we are doing a date night, so we're gonna go do a couple of rides, and then we have a dining reservation at Be Our Guest. We've eaten at Be Our Guest before, but it's been a really long time since we've done dinner there. One other unique thing about tonight is our dining reservation doesn't start until 50 minutes, so 50, after official park close. So we're hoping it'll be nice and quiet. We're really excited to kind of see how that all is. And we can't wait to share it all with you. Time for another adventure.
So we are gonna head over to Seven Dwarfs. I think that's what we're gonna do first. The wait time doesn't look too bad, but we've got a little bit of time till the park closes. We're gonna squeeze in as many rides as we can, and we do love Seven Dwarfs, so that's where we're headed first. We are going to cut through the castle to get back to Seven Dwarfs. It's always fun walking through this one.
We are just inside the castle or walking through, and you have the mosaics of Cinderella, so they're just so pretty. And again, we're just kind of heading our way back towards Seven Dwarfs.
Here we go. It's a 40-minute wait, not too bad. We are gonna hop in line and get on this one.
We just made it in, and now we're just waiting for our car to come in for Seven Dwarfs. Here we go.
Oh my gosh, bags on the ground.
That was great, and it was so fun. We're having dinner, Be Our Guest, got a perfect view of it for later.
Well, Seven Dwarfs was a success. Sarah picked that one. I get to pick the next ride we're gonna do, and we're gonna hop on Peter Pan. I really like this ride a lot, and it's usually got long lines, so we're gonna take advantage of it tonight where it looks like it's a pretty short one and hop on.
All right, we're just about up for Peter Pan. Hey, all right, we're on it. That was no wait at all. ride, so good pick by Jeff. We're now walking back through Fantasyland. I think we're gonna head back towards like where Dumbo and Barnstormer are. We might see how those are, and then we'll wander around a bit more, see what else we can get up to before our dinner reservation. It looks like Dumbo has no wait, so I think we're gonna go jump on that one. We are just in line, so we're in the tent part of the queue, just waiting. They were just cleaning the ride vehicle, so I think there's a little bit of a delay, but we should be on here in no time. I'm excited. We rode Dumbo somewhat recently on one of our trips, but before that we hadn't ridden in so long, and it's a nice kind of relaxing view of the park. We're on! So it's probably only like, what, 5 minutes?
Yeah, it was really quick. It said 10, it was probably only 5, but they did also clean it, but it was really quick.
Yeah. All right, we're about to go. Get the show on the road.
All right, it's about time to fly. And there's the other one. They're so quiet back here, they're only running one tonight.
We just got off of Dumbo, which was perfect, and since we're back here in Storybook Circus, we're gonna walk back and look at the progress of Tron. So when we were in Shanghai Disney, we got to ride Tron, and we are really excited that it's coming here. The construction, it looks like a lot from this point has been updated, but I'm curious to walk back and kind of get a closer peek at it. They have made a ton of progress on Tron. So there's the show building, and the ride does go inside, and then you have the track outside, and then the really cool like outside of it is really coming along as well. So again, this was really fun to ride in Shanghai, and I think it's gonna fit perfect in Tomorrowland here. I'll do a little link if you want to check out our Shanghai Disney vlog. But I didn't realize before how close it is to Storybook Circus. So obviously there's the track, and then here is Barnstormer. So this is the queue for Barnstormer. So it is crazy how close it gets to over here. We just made it over to the Jungle Cruise, so this will be our last ride for tonight. So we made it over here with about 2 minutes to spare, so we're gonna go get on that. After we enjoy the ride, then we'll probably wander around a little bit, and it will be time for dinner at Be Our Guest.
All right, here we go on Jungle Cruise to end the evening.
We're almost there.
Wave goodbye to all my fans. Yeah, they're on the ceiling. 9 of them over there. Bye, Hunter. Bye, I miss you. I'll send a postcard. Instructor, and if you don't laugh at any of my jokes today, you're swimming instructor. 1, 2, 3.
Surprise!
That's super embarrassing. Sorry, everyone. Looks like my roommate's a little bananas. Trying to tell them all in the belt. Now you can tell this is the African belt because it's holding up the African pants. Oh, and how cute is that? Look, a sleeping zebra. Oh. Surrounded by lions. Yeah, we should probably let him rest in peace. And then look. But it looks like he's finally going to get down to sleep in the end. Yeah, I told him over and over. But yeah, what a rhino. Wonder of the world.
Backside of water! So the park is officially closed, so it's been closed now for about 25 minutes, so that was a perfect way to use up some time before dinner. Now I think we're just gonna wander around, and then we have another 25 minutes before our reservation. Here's just a view of the hub, so still lots of people around. Jeff is gonna take a couple pictures, and I am going to head back towards Main Street and check out a couple of the shops. The line for the Emporium wraps all the way around Casey's here, but it seems to be moving pretty quickly. I'm gonna head up this way and see if I can pop in any of the stores on the left. I love this Haunted Mansion pattern from Dooney and Burke. So here it is with like a blue background. Down here has it with the black. And then they also have like this backpack. These are pretty expensive, so just as an idea, I just checked the tag, and this backpack here is $248. Here they have some super mini backpacks, so they're really, really tiny. They have Stitch and the aliens. In there is going to be Pandora, so some of the jewelry. And then over here they have a bunch more of the backpacks. You got Stitch. I don't know what this one is. Oh, it looks like a Pirates one. Pirates of the Caribbean. That's really fun too. One store we love stopping in is the art store. So they have all these figurines here. There's a Mulan one. But of course have to point out Beauty and the Beast since we'll be having dinner in their castle here in a little bit. And here's a peek at some of the art in the store. So it's all Disney art from different artists. Lots of different ones, and they all have different prices based on like the artist and the picture. Ooh, I actually really like this Country Bear Jamboree one. It's pretty awesome. We just have a couple more minutes until our dinner reservation, so I'm gonna go up front, find Jeff, and then we'll head back towards it.
Here we go to be our guest. It is really empty back here. It's about 45 minutes after park close. We have about 5 minutes until our reservation, and we are gonna head back here.
It is about 45 minutes after park close. It is very quiet back here. So our reservation starts in 5 minutes, so we're just about to do our mobile check-in and then head in.
Okay, we are heading in, just did the check-in, and we are walking across the bridge.
We just made it to our table, and we have a perfect spot here in like the main ballroom area. And when we sat down, there's two menus. So one is a QR code that you scan, and it pulls up the food options. It's a 3-course meal, so you pick an appetizer, you pick an entree, and then there's like I think a trio for desserts. There's also a beer and wine menu, so that's awesome. I think Jeff's gonna go with a beer. There's cider. There's also white wine, red wine, and then there's a separate list that's like they call private label for here. So I went with the Enchanted Rose, which is a rosé. So figure I'm here, I might as well give it a try. They just brought out the bread, and the best part of it is probably the butter. So the bread looks really good. The butter is so cute, the Mickey. And then Jeff got his beer, and I have my wine. So hungry, this is gonna be awesome. We picked 2 appetizers to share. So this is the French onion soup, and it smells awesome. It has a cheese on top. And then this is the meat and cheese board. So there's 3 different types of cheeses, and then there's 3 different types of meat. So I think there's a chorizo, pate, and some mustard. I'm really excited to try this. And we tried some of the bread. It's amazing. My wine is perfect. So I'm having an amazing time so far. We are just between our first course and our second course, so I wanted to come over and show you guys the 2 other rooms here. So personally, I like the room that we're in best, but this one's also really pretty. This, I believe, is called the music box room. So in the middle of this room here, you have Beast and Belle, and they are on a music box, I believe was given to them by Maurice. And there are a lot of really pretty pictures here in this room, but again, really pretty, but I prefer the main room. Here's the main dining room that we are in. So just as a little bit of perspective, the music box room is over there to the right when you're kind of walking into the restaurant. And over here to the left is going to be the West Wing. And so if you look, it's like a much darker room, and I'll go step in there and give you guys a quick peek at it. Here we are in the West Wing, so there's the portrait of the Beast. And then of course you have to have the rose. The first course was so good. So the French soup was awesome. The cheese and meat board was really good. So we had a really good time having that. After we were done, the Beast came out. So I'd say like one downside is that he just kind of like walks by really fast, and we're more to the side. So it wasn't like super good to see him, but it was still a fun addition. I just wouldn't come here like expecting to like meet the Beast or hang out and get pictures with the Beast. It's kind of like a walk by wave and then he's gone. But it was still fun. Now we're here and our main course just came out, so it looks really good. I went with a chicken and Jeff went with a pork. Thank you. So the chicken comes with some vegetables, and then with the chicken up here. So I'm really excited to give it a try. The presentation's very pretty. And then Jeff went with a pork with vegetables, which also looks good, but I will say the portions are not huge. So I know it's a 3-course meal, but this is a pretty expensive meal. I think it's $62 per person for adults. So definitely one of the pricier meals we've done recently at Disney. So I guess for that price, I was expecting a little bit more, especially for Jeff's plate. His looks a little small. I'll share with him a bit. We just finished our entrees, and so just a quick review of those. We both say that they were fine. We'll do a full like overall review of this whole experience at the end, but the entrees just get an okay for us. The thing I am most excited about is dessert, and it was just brought out to us. So this you don't have a choice on. It's just 3 trio desserts that they brought out, and they all look amazing. So if I show you those real quick, so first is a truffle. So it's a chocolate truffle, I believe, with Grand Marnier. And then you have a chip cup, so chip from Beauty and the Beast with gray stuff inside. I think this was the one I'm most excited about. And then the last one is a raspberry macaroon, and that also looks really good. So I cannot wait to have all 3 of these. I will wager that they're gonna be my favorite part of the meal.
This is the main dining room where we ate. And this is the largest dining room. And on the far wall, there's snow, and the back mountains behind Beast Castle. And they have the whole ceiling painted.
We just finished up our meal and just came outside of the restaurant, and first off, the desserts. So the desserts were really good. I enjoyed them. I like the fact that there was 3. I always have a hard time picking dessert, so that was really fun. But overall, Jeff and I would say that the restaurant and the meal was okay. So for us, it's not a must-go-to. We probably won't come back for dinner anytime soon. The atmosphere is amazing, so it's really fun being in Beast Castle. But for us, especially the entree was only okay. I personally would pick the food at Liberty Tree Tavern here in the Magic Kingdom over this any given day. The other big thing was it was $62 a person, so that's definitely on the more expensive side. So just overall experience-wise, we were expecting it to be like the very best, I guess, and it was still good. The cast members were nice, but for us, we'd go half the price and go to Liberty Tree for the $30 a person a meal any day. But it was a really fun date night. Thank you all so much for following along with us, and we can't wait to share our next adventure with you.